About our company. So basically in today's session I would like to go in three parts. The first part, just a very brief introduction about the company and what we do, and the second is related to the main topic, which is the broadcast trends and the migration things and all that. And the third thing is, which is the most important, I love and you also would love, is how to do your career mapping. Yeah. One, I would like to just, it's a sort of a guideline based on my experience and the experience of many of my friends, my classmates in different industries, which will help you. It's like a tips for you of how you can just move forward with your career. Okay, sometimes when we are studying in the university, we do not know what happens really in the industry. There are some different expectations in the industry. Let me start with a quote by Kalidasa. So you know Kalidasa, right? Okay. So this is about the present. So how we need to be really focused on today, not to worry about yesterday or not worry about tomorrow. So this is what it says. So yesterday is but a dream. Tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, will make yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope. You know, this was such a great thing which has influenced me from my school days. This when I was studying in the school. In fact, I didn't read from this book. There was another book which you must have known, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? In his book, he has quoted this. So that means it's a big privilege that certain things are really recognized. Most of us, right, all of you must be having a lot of dreams. Once I go out of university, I want to do this, that in my life, I want to achieve all these things. Some of them, they are very conservative. No, let me see whatever comes, let me just take it, right? So, based on many of the research worldwide, it has been proven that someone who has a clear vision of what he wants to become, maybe in 5 years time or 10 years time, then he really reaches that goal. Otherwise, it is like you are put in a boat in a river, wherever the river takes you, you go there. You are not opposing the current and going in the direction where you want to go. So this is a very big motivator for you, because you have to make a list. Or some of them, if you are crazy, then you can make a dream book. Like put a picture, I want to travel to these are the places I would like to travel. Okay, I need to have a girlfriend like this, or boyfriend like this, whatever is your dream, no? Because there are, I will come to the other thing, which is the law of attraction. Because what you really look for in life, it will come. So don't worry how you have to go about. The universe will give you that. But you should have that drive and the ambition. There are 8.4 million species. As per our Gita, it mentions 8.4 million species. In that, human being is the topmost. So we are born as a human being. That means we have a purpose to do something in life. Okay, so each one of you are really special. Don't think that, okay, I'm one among a billion population. Certainly not. Each one of you are special, and you have to identify yourself. What is your purpose in life? Okay, now, and also finding your own passion. Now, purpose in life, sometimes people get confused. They think it's a spiritual part. See, these are few things which I've learned in the last so many years. See, this will help you in becoming a better person. Okay? What personality are you? See, actually, there are, in our Vedas, there are guidelines that are there. So if you see their 4 qualities, you must have seen this, right? This is totally misinterpreted, I'll tell you. It's totally misinterpreted. 99% of the people have misunderstood this concept of these 4 qualities, which is Shudras, Kshatriyas, Vaishya and Brahmanas. People think Brahmana is the highest, the rest of us are come one after the other. It's not really that. Like, if you see in our Indian system, they think, okay, Brahmana family, okay, next, his son becomes a Brahmin, his son becomes, it's not like that. It's the quality. Like, for example, Brahman's son can become a Kshatriya also, because it's not talking about where he was born. It is a quality that is imbibed. Now, this, when I was exploring, I came across this book called Personality Plus. Okay, I will give you the list of the books later. So there are 4 types of personalities that is explained. One is sanguine, choleric, melancholy, and phlegmatic. Any of you have read this book, Personality Plus? No? Okay, it's a very interesting book. And if you finish reading this book, I'll tell you, you will become the most mature person. You will accept each and every one around you, because I'll tell you why it is. Now, sanguine is a very popular personality. Like among you, there will be some friends who are always energetic, talking, and without him the party won't be nice. You want that person so that the party is alive. Okay, and that is a sanguine type of personality. He will make his presence felt and everybody enjoys his presence. Okay, that is a sanguine type. Choleric, powerful. Okay, some of them are demanding, right? So he won't listen. Melancholy is a perfect personality. Among you there will be many melancholies also. Melancholy person, what he does is, he will do everything perfectly. Writing very neat notes. You give currency notes, some people will take and put in the pocket. This melancholy guy will neatly arrange everything and put in his wallet. So these are perfectionists actually. And some of the professors, they'll be perfectionists because they want things, put everything in the neat and tidy like that. Now phlegmatic is peaceful. Okay, he won't, any problem comes, he won't bother. He will be just to himself. He will just say, okay, let me just focus on, I want only peace. I don't want to get into trouble and all that. Now, this is also linked with these 4 qualities to an extent, and that is what determines what type of personality you are. And each one of us are a combination of 2 personalities. It is not that one person is only sanguine. No, always each one of the human being has a mix of 2 personalities. You can test among your friends. Normally sanguine, choleric comes together. Melancholy, phlegmatic also comes together as a personality. Now believe your intuition, because intuition is something which your inner thing says. Sometimes we check with friends, relatives, and we listen to that, but most of the times, not most of the time, sometimes, okay, you have to listen to yourself. Okay, so be keen to listen to your own intuition. Now, we all know that student life is the most memorable in our life, right? Because for me also, the college days are the most memorable. After that, so many years are passed, I don't remember many of it. But the college life is something that always stays in our mind. Yeah, these are just guidelines. Don't make fun of others' weakness. So it's really hurt, because when you hurt someone, they carry throughout their life. Don't hurt anyone. Help others to grow. Respect your teachers, more important. So irrespective of what they are and all that. Now scoring good marks. Okay, let me give few tips for you. How many of you wants to get real high marks? All of you, right? Okay. Okay, scoring good marks. Okay, I'll give you few tips which we have used during our college days. Okay, technique of mnemonics. Mnemonics, you know, right? Okay, that is you tag with something physical or something so that you will remember that. Okay, using the technique of mnemonics. Repetition. Okay, now repetition is a very interesting thing which really works. There is a particular graph, okay, which is related to memory. Okay, this is called as Ebbinghaus curve. Ebbinghaus curve. Like for example, you have taken a new topic today. Okay, new topic today. You started learning. Okay, this is the time axis. Okay, this is memory retention. Memory retention. Now, moment you start studying, okay, over the time, more you study, your memory retention, it improves. That it starts registering in your mind, right? Now, this is done with lot of research. Lot of research has been done, and this curve has been proven also. It goes up like this, okay? At some point, it goes down. It goes down like this. And then again, it just goes up. Okay. Now, in student life, sometimes, actually if you stop at this, is good actually. This happens only for those who are doing in-depth study, doing research, you know. When you study a lot, you get confused, they say, right? That is because of this curve. After this, you start questioning deep into each and everything to the deepest level. So you get confused. The basic concept itself, you will get confused. Okay, it goes like that. Then, after proper research, when you again continue, right? See, this is where the determination and obsession is there for someone who wants to become master in their subject. And these are the people who cross this particular curve. That is, after that, all these confusions, they will do a lot of research, study, and after that, it becomes very clear. And after this stage, nobody can question. You become a master in that subject. Even if somebody gives a naughty questions or any tough questions, you won't get disturbed. So you will, because this is the nature of this Ebbinghaus curve. Okay. Now, how do we use in our college days? Okay, it's very simple. There is a repetition that we need to do. Okay, now this repetition is 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. Okay, just a very typical example. Like for example, today you had studied subject. 1 hour you spent on a particular subject. Okay, and not worth continuously studying for 4 to 5 hours. 1 hour you take a break of 10 to 15 minutes. Now after 15 minutes, this is after 1 hour, right? You take a break of 10 minutes or something, come back, don't again revise that, try to recollect what you have studied. Many times it doesn't come actually. Maybe 50% retention level. You get confused. So what happens is, after 1 hour, it's like this. When you do this after 1 hour repetition, it goes up again. Now, because of this, it again goes down. Actually, the same time next day when you do the revision, again it goes up it takes over from here. The same subject, after 1 week, you repeat, it almost reaches to this level. And this is really a technique which really works. People, the students who have used this technique on any subjects, it really works. Okay, so that is about the repetition. And another thing that normally I say to my sons and generally for students is, see, when you study, you think that tomorrow you are going to teach that subject. The way you study will be different. You think that you are going to teach someone and he is going to ask me questions. Among your friends, you think somebody is asking too many questions, you think you are going to teach him. So what type of questions he is going to ask, then you will be prepared and you study that way. So that is one technique which is studying like a teacher. Now you are an engineer. Okay, now when you go to industries, sometimes we see, okay, there are a lot of diploma guys, like you are working in for example in R&D. Okay, you have some technicians, diploma guys or IT guys working. Now generally the attitude, engineer is, oh no, I'm an engineer, I won't touch soldering iron and all that. Please, that will never help one in the career. You have to sit with them and work. Of course, as an engineer, in an organization, maybe you are in a better position than him. But never ever put down some people and think that, okay, we are best. It's no longer like that, right? I'll tell you, in Japanese culture, see, in Japan, almost about 20 years back, I had the opportunity to get trained for 1 month in the R&D in Sanyo. Okay, and this was a big eye-opener for me actually. You know how it is? It was an open concept. There is no separate cabin for the head of the department or something. Everybody sits in the table, the head of the department sits in the front table. Open office concept. And you know, there was a tea time at 11 o'clock, there was a break. Everybody just went with the vending machine, they took their tea and all that. Then they assembled back. They opened one cupboard, each one of them started cleaning things, you know, swapping the floor. Each one of the R&D, top, starting from the boss, each one of them started cleaning the R&D. It's not that they engage someone to do like that. And this is what it is done. And another thing is, they arranged for a factory visit. It was a very big carton manufacturing company, and they supply cartons to all these big brands, Panasonic, Sony and all that. And that guy, the owner of the guy, is a big shot, obviously, you know, because he's a supplier for major industry. He was a big guy actually, and we were engineers, just 5 years experience engineers, right? We went and I had a couple of my colleagues, almost with 5 to 10 years of experience, right? When we visited his factory, we were shocked. The owner of that, he came all the way to the gate and invited us. He called us and he took us personally. And there was one particular division which was for testing lab, you know, where we had supposed to leave the shoes outside and go in. So our attitude, no, you just keep it like this and just go like that, right? But Japanese men, they just keep it in neatly, right? So we just left that thing and went inside. And the owner, he was explaining about the different things and all that. Then afterwards, no, suddenly he went running outside. So we thought, okay, maybe some urgent thing. You know, he went and he put our shoes, right? He physically took the shoes and put it in the right way. So that when we come, no, the chapel is in the right direction. And this is the type of attitude they have. This is a Japanese culture. So this is something which some of you would like to explore, whether to get into a job or becoming a businessman. Just few tips I'll tell you. Again, begin with the end in mind. Okay, you determine after 10 years whether you want to become your own boss or you want to still working for a company. Okay. Some of you maybe after university would like to go for further studies, doing masters or PhD, depending on where your final goal is. If you plan to become an entrepreneur, don't become immediately. First you get into a job. Okay, see, because the job is going to teach you many aspects of it. I'll tell you there are two tracks, because why the beginning with the end in mind is important is, for example, see, if your wish is to become an entrepreneur, then the way you look at things will be different. See, because if you're an entrepreneur, it's not just that subject knowledge is important. You need to be expert in every aspect of a business, right? Bit of accounts, bit of the social skills, dealing with the government organizations, so many other skills are there which you won't be knowing. So when you are an entrepreneur working for a company, then you will become curious, oh, how this system works, how this works. Then you can start learning from the other department guys. So that is how, no, you improve your skills in those aspects. See, because I'll tell you, 4 years you spend for your engineering, right? You study all the subject, get marks and all that. You know what percentage of this becomes really useful in your workplace? 2%. 2% is only that much is going to be very useful, irrespective of whichever job you landed or whichever type of thing. So, being an engineer is a qualification that, okay, you have mastered this, but one of it you will specialize in your job. So that is what it is. It is not that whatever you are studying, 98% is waste. Don't come to that conclusion. So, in that, you can also identify your strengths. Like if you have studied 50 subjects in this 4 years, you know in certain subjects like communication, I'm very obsessed, I love that subject. Okay, your first job may be something which is communication related. Now the type of jobs, of course, you need to explore. Okay, when you have a placement thing, no, it's better not to rush, okay, I will apply for each and every company. Don't do that. So if you are specific about, okay, your specialization, okay, I'm good in communication, I really want to explore this. Okay, then you get into that type of thing. Then the type of industries. Of course, when you come outside the engineering college, then you have lot of options, right? Lot of options. You will get confused, but it becomes important that where you want to fit in. Now, size of the companies. So now this also is important. Now, for example, say somebody has a game plan that after 5 years he wants to become an entrepreneur. Now, if he joins Reliance, is not going to help, because it's a big organization. They won't allow you to go to the next department. They will tell you R&D, better sit in R&D and do your work, right? Same way, you take a small organization, about 10 to 15 people working, right? A small company, that will give you a lot of learning experience, So that's why it's important that how you choose the industry and the size of the company also. And about the new avenues. Now, new avenues, you have to study the market situation. I'll tell you frankly, gone are those days where engineers are most sought after in the industry. It's no longer like that. Okay, this is a bit of bad news. But there are many other courses, vocational courses, many other things which is from the job point of view, many of the courses have come. Okay, these are some of the good books. Okay, Bhagavad Gita. And of course, if any other faith you are following, the same thing also gives a similar advice. Vedas, Upanishads, and embedded knowledge which is available from parents. Very rarely people listen. It's good always to listen to them and follow their knowledge. How to win friends, how to stop worrying and start living. The Power of Subconscious Mind is an extremely good book by Joseph Murthy. And it, on this particular topic, I can talk for hours together. It is a very interesting, and how the subconscious mind is much bigger than what you think. The Secret, that book you must have read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Personality Plus. Okay, these are some of the things which is there. Okay, with this I conclude this session. I thank the management and Valarmathi for giving this opportunity to share my ideas with you guys. And if you have any questions, okay. Thanks.